What is going on, guys? Today we have got Tim Cahill as a new Futties hero. Obviously we've got the 95 and he hasn't walked out, which is a little bit disappointing. He is obviously a 4-star, 5-star, 95 rated, the highest Futties we've got so far, highest hero we've got so far. He is coming in a little bit expensive with an 89 rated team and an 87, but to be honest, he looks worth it. You've got the full 5 nature, 5'10 with a centre mid, cam and centre forward, and he does love to be an SBC. Him and Robbie Keane are absolutely all down for an SBC. In terms of pace, shooting, dribbling, all looking fantastic. Obviously a bit of passing as well, which we're never going to complain about. Good amounts of head and accuracy and also the physicality. We have leadership, power header, outside of the foot, and also finesse shot as the traits, which is absolutely perfect as well. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. In terms of the chemistry style, we are looking at an engine. I can imagine a little bit more on the agility balance. Again, you've got pretty much maxed out on the finishing, so it's not going to be too much of a bother. 99 pace, 92 passing, 97 dribbling. I suppose it makes sense. Does make him a 97 rated striker. So let's jump in and see if Cahill is worth the pennies. Good pressing from him. Seems like he's got semi-good pace, which is exactly what we want from a card, and I can imagine most of them do now. We've seen a lot of fullbacks, centre-backs, goalkeepers, everybody with 90 plus on pretty much any stat you can imagine. So he should be of a pretty decent nature. When it comes to Cahill and also Keane, they tend to have good versions. Little ball through, get the chest, little turnaround, defensive ability. Oh, that's a great tackle from Mussolini. And I do feel like Cahill this FIFA most definitely hasn't really hit that much, to be honest. We've had, what, the 85 and the 88, which is obviously kind of standard now more than anything. He would be fodder at the very minimum. I don't feel like I've really seen him at all. So I'm hoping this kind of just pushes him back into the kind of selection, and it just shows us straight away we will or should be getting a few of these footy heroes going forward, which is absolutely perfect. That's a great ball. Ping it across. That's a great bit of play. May not be him on the end, but we always take a fantastic work goal. And the price at the moment is coming in at 234,000, which actually really isn't that bad for a 95 striker. May not be complete endgame, and obviously if you're going for kind of sweaty OP, you're always looking at a bit of check. That just naturally now is a thing. Everybody knows check is outstanding. So you kind of always half and half with obviously that SBC, but I personally like to do as many footy cards as possible because they're going to be the best of the best, and also they are now the end game cards. There's not going to be another Cahill after this. There's not going to be another Son if we're looking at him. Who have we got now? Little ball inside. Oh, how on earth we missed him. Little in. Can we get the shot? Good finish from Cahill. Nice little 180. We'll take him into the first goal for the club. Seems very, very quick on the ball as well. Passing, shoot. Oh, that's going to be rubbish. Okay, he's offside there. But everything feels very responsive with him, which is always perfect. As I do find great little touch. Bit of pace. Lovely. Pass across. Little bit of a finesse from Lacazette, and that should finish the game off. But when we've seen some strikers, some midfielders, sometimes they feel a little bit sluggish on the ball, which you definitely don't want in a player where the kind of the high stakes, somebody with a kind of quick reaction going against somebody who is not necessarily as fast. He could give you that little bit of an edge going forward if that passing is working out to be a little bit quicker than your opponent. And most definitely the passing at the kind of final third is minimal. Like, you need so kind of precision passing. Having that time as well is always going to be perfect. So that's another great point to him, is just the speed of naturally how good he is on the ball, with obviously passing, the agility side of stuff, especially with that engine, pretty much maxing out most of the stats that we can actually do with chemistry styles. 3-1 down, come on now. Want him to make that run if he can. That's where personally the kind of bullying of Czech just works. He just naturally has that body type. Being 6'6" or whatever he is, you're naturally going to find it compared to Cahill. I don't even know how tall he is, 5'10". So the body type between the two is going to be absolutely massively different. If we can find a ball into Lacazette, I'm just interested to know how quickly he can get into that box. A little bit 1-for-2 a many. And that is an atrocious pass going forward. Little ball into him. Little fake. Left foot across. It's very sketched. I thought the defender would have come across, but he didn't in the end. And that is not the cross I wanted. I think the only thing different I could see with Cahill is why they didn't give him the 5-star skill and the 5-star weak foot. I just think at this point in the game, we may as well be getting them. I feel like that is one thing that they're naturally just not progressing with. We do get obviously a big boost in stats. I'm waiting for him to really commit on this tackle, but we're not seeing anything. Can we get a finesse from distance? Big ball in. Little chip across. It's not quite where we want it. Obviously, shooting-wise, he is fantastic. Whereas, normally on the passing, that is obviously going to be more of the midfielder role. But he's still... Oh, okay. If you can get it right, that is. Obviously, you'd take away my error more than anything. But in terms of kind of all of the stats combined, I feel like he's a very good striker. The question is whether you could live without him. That's going to be the important one. R9. I've been dying to know what R9 has got, to be honest. So this is going to be the one. Trophy Titans. Wow. And this guy loves the gritty. Is he not loan or anything? Wow. Big pull. Cahill trying to find that ball through. Little one back to him. Finds the finesse. And it is a great finish. Lovely link-up play with him and Czech. Gonna pick it up. Good block from the opponent again. Very good on the aggression side of stuff. Really trying to win the ball back. Which again, as a striker, I can only ask for. He's not necessarily known for the defending. Which, again, I'm not asking him to fully win it back. But putting that pressure on the defense sometimes when maybe you're going against an opponent that isn't necessarily the most clinical. Then obviously that's going to put in some good work. And again, we've seen another gritty. I really hope I beat this guy. I don't know. Oh, it's a double shimmy. Can we find anything else from him? I thought we did too much there. Lovely little drop of the shoulder for two of them, but then obviously you're going to get wise by the third one. Otherwise, it's just your fault. So going into the overall for Cahill then. So he's coming in at 250. Like we said, he is an 89 and an 87. Both of them do require an inform or team of the season. So should be relatively simple, to be honest. With all of the SBCs, we have champs rewards, which does give us team of the seasons as well. So there's plenty to go there. In terms of him as a striker, where does he match up? Because he is, I think, I think he is the highest rated heroes we've got. There is obviously a lot of good versions now coming out. So he is going to be the start of kind of an onslaught of SBC players, top end cards. So you kind of just got to either collect them all or just pick and choose which one you want. I feel like if you're a Cahill fan, this is a must. Compared to the other version, there is no massive comparison. 4-5 compared to, was he normally that? A 3-4, so he has actually had a big upgrade there, which, again, I do think the 5-5 would have not necessarily made him incredibly better, but definitely on a level would be a little bit better than obviously what we've got already. In terms of where we are on the list, he's coming in at 200-something thousand coins, so there is a big gap between the top of the top. The R9s, it is 7.7 mil, and then if we go further down, we're seeing the first page already under a mil now. You've got your Osimhens, your Griezmanns, your Benzemas, your Cruyffs. There's a lot of big names in between them, and that kind of is the hard point to pinpoint where an SBC should be. Because in terms of price, he is better than most, and that's what we should see, is now the SBC prices are at their all-time low at the moment. I don't know if we've passed him already, but he might not be in here, or might have already passed him somewhere. But in terms of a Futties player, it comes in at a good price. We saw Son yesterday for a little bit more expensive. I don't even know if he's even around here. We might have missed him somewhere, but in terms of the price, we're looking at around about 250 at the moment. So realistically, he's just between Alvarez and Griezmann. Obviously, Dalglish is up there at a 5-5 as well. So there, again, it all goes down to whether you want him or not, because there is a lot of players out there that are on that top level. Like I said with Czech, Even though, yes, he is sweaty and he's kind of that OP thing, he's 100 to about 120k, and he is one of the better strikers we've had. The lengthy meta is in full swing. You've got to find a good partner with him, but naturally, he is a very good striker for the price. Cahill's a good striker. Wouldn't say he's necessarily top in my opinion, but he does have a sweet shot, very good agility balance, as well as the passing element of him. Very quick on their movements as well, which is always perfect. And he does have an incredible amount of physicality, which is just shown in the game as well. Overall wise, if I was looking at him, I'd be thinking a solid 9.7 to 9.8. I do think the 5-star skill move, as well as then maybe a kind of a different sort of body type to go with him, would be an absolute gem to get in a team. But let me know down below if you're going to be finishing him. He is obviously going to be part of a past and present team as well. So that again is just extra bonus on top of it also. But other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.